My co-teacher does that all the time.
Oh my god.
It's just,
And whenever I point it out, they get really mad at me, saying that, no, I didn't make any noise.
What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. I'm here with Haewon again. He's my Korean friend. And we're here making, not just Korean friend, obviously friend. And we're here making another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about things that we like about Korea and things that we don't like about Korea. And so we're going to start this video off positively and talk about the things that we do like about Korea first. So one thing, obviously, I've only been in Korea a short period of time. You've been, you know, born and raised here. So since my time of living here, one thing I've liked is like transportation. Like transportation in Korea is just so good when it comes to the buses from living in a small town going towards Seoul, or if it's the metro. I think actually Seoul has like the biggest metro system in the whole world, if I'm not mistaken. And everything, the KTX system and how fast the trains go from like Busan to whatever.
Japan.
Japan?
Tokyo.
Tokyo has the biggest metro system?
Yeah.
Or maybe Seoul has the most stations, if I'm not mistaken. One of the two.
Oh.
Or maybe the tracks are the longest, something.
Let's say the most efficient.
Or maybe most efficient. I know it has a record for something. I just can't remember what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
But the transportation is pretty good. And you've been to many different countries, so you would agree with that, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we agree.
The thing I like about metros in Seoul is that most of the stations got equipped with screen doors.
Yeah, the screen doors are pretty cool. Yeah. And actually, the thing with Tokyo, when I was in Tokyo, and like I was taking the metro systems, Seoul's metro system actually looks newer than Tokyo's. And I think maybe because Tokyo is technically an older city, and Seoul has, I guess, been more recently developed than Tokyo. Like, I noticed the difference because I came to Seoul first, and then when I went to Tokyo, and I'm like, I thought Tokyo was like the futuristic city and like all these different things, and I got there, I was a little disappointed. I'm like, really? This is like, not that the metro system is bad, but like, I expected better, you know? The
problem about the Tokyo's metro system is that since in Korea from line 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 4, I think Seoul Metro owns it, and from 5 to 8, some other like national different company. So when you want to transfer from like 1 to 5 or like from 2 to 6, you can transfer it. But in Tokyo, since many companies owns that lines.
Yeah. It's like the JR line, and then there's like the Metro line and whatever. Yeah, like you can't use one card to pay for everything. So in like Korea, your your T money card. Yeah, you can use that to go in the metro, to go on the bus, to go on wherever. And then like you said in Japan, you have to have different cards to hop onto like different systems.
Unless you have the cards, they call it suruto. Through
card, suroto.
Suruto. Their pronunciation. Suruto.
Yeah.
Cards for tourists.
Cool. Yeah, I know they have like those like 2-week passes or 3-week passes or whatever that they sell. But yeah, that's one thing. And then obviously the second thing I like about Korea is the internet. So internet for many reasons. Apparently, again, I don't know if this is true or not, but I know Korea has like a record for like the fastest internet or something. Is that right? Yeah. And also we have 5G here. So 5G has been recently adopted, I think this year. I think Korea is one of the first countries that have adopted 5G. And then there's yeah, and then there's like Japan and China, at least in Asia. That's one of the first ones. Yeah. Finland, right? So and then America is just slowly starting to adopt it. But I mean, like Korea, in terms of like South Korea, in terms of it being countrywide, it's spread really quickly compared to most countries.
So sometimes when some Korean students go abroad to study, they don't understand why they don't have internet connection in the metro or in the mountain.
Really?
Yeah. So I had a friend whose girlfriend went abroad to study. She was in UK, and they were calling each other, and my friend's girlfriend told him that, "Oh baby, I think I'm gonna lose the signal. I'm in the metro." And my friend's response was like, No kidding.
Yeah.
You're cheating on me.
She's a liar. She's a liar.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, for me, actually, in terms of my home internet, like my home internet isn't nothing crazy. Don't have crazy speeds there and stuff. But I've noticed when I'm like walking around and stuff, like there's literally like free 5G networks. Is that right? Like I don't have like a 5G phone, but when I go to like public areas, I see like
LTE?
IP time, no,
IP
IP time 5G, or like
Free Wi-Fi.
or yeah, like free or like smart Gungan 5G or whatever and stuff like that. Is it free?
Yes,
Free?
run by the tax.
Wow,
It's part of our welfare.
wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, I know it doesn't sound like a huge deal, but like it's like the latest technology and you have it out for free.
So
which
these
is
days
dope.
in the army, when they communicate, they are supposed to use the army radio,
Mhm.
but these days the officers or non-commissioned
Mhm.
officers, they use KakaoTalk. That's a huge problem. What if North Korea or China try to hack the system?
Mhm.
Nah,
Wow, that's
it's more
interesting.
efficient.
Right, right. And so, what are some things that you like about Korea as somebody that lives here?
It's very safe.
Very safe, yeah.
You can go out whenever you want without worrying, or let's say I'm in the cafe and I can just leave my phone or bag, laptop there, and no one's gonna steal it.
Mhm.
I never worried about it.
Mhm.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Nobody steals here. You're right.
Mm.
Yeah. One thing I also like too is before I even move on to my next point. So one thing about that is a lot of people, again, they always get confused because they think North Korea, South Korea and stuff. So they think, oh my God, South Korea is so scary because it's so close to North Korea. But like this country is literally so safe. And it's just like when I came here and I realized how like they didn't steal, didn't like commit petty theft or petty crime and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty dope. But the other thing I was gonna say is one thing I do like. Obviously, this depends on you as a person, but I enjoy the drinking culture in this country.
Oh.
Some people may not enjoy it, but to me, I do enjoy it because I do enjoy going out and having a drink with people.
Whenever they have nothing to do, like they say, "Oh, let's go drink,"
Yeah, exactly.
and they always order some food together.
Yeah, yeah.
With no food, they don't drink.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you have to eat and you have to drink at the same time. And so I like that. I think that's pretty cool. And I mean, some countries, most people from different countries like to drink, but in Korea I feel like it's on another level. And also like the nightlife in Korea, in Seoul, is something I enjoy too.
To someone who is watching this video, especially if you're a girl, when you drink with Korean guys, and let's say they got super drunk and trying to touch you, don't worry. Korean guys have no muscle. You can beat them up.
Here we go again.
You can beat them up. You can beat them up. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. I get it.
That's the thing of what I like about it, because I've observing this.
Yeah.
Koreans got pretty good
Drinking tolerance?
tolerance, and then they behave okay after they got super drunk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No one's aggressive.
That's right, actually. Every time I've gone out, actually, I never see fights. When I used to be in Canada or in America and stuff, when I used to go out to clubs and bars and stuff like that,
Yeah.
there'd always be somebody yelling at each other or whatever. Not always, obviously I'm exaggerating, but like a lot of the times you'd see people trying to start a fight and whatever, and bouncers having to get involved and stuff, but really it's just so peaceful. Like people obviously can act crazy and stuff, but like it never turns violent, you know?
Because it's really easy to sue somebody here, especially these days. Like, you touch me, I sue you.
Really? Wow. Yeah. So maybe the foreigner girls watching should know that too.
How much does it cost when you... What's the expression for? Like
grab somebody's shirt?
Yeah. Gotta give me at least $300.
Really?
Yes.
In Korea?
Yes.
Wow.
When I sue you.
Yeah.
To settle it down.
Wow. I didn't know that was...
Spitting me $500.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
And Yeah, another thing that I like about Korea too is the lack of gun violence. So I think guns are illegal, right? You're not allowed to own a gun here, are you? Is there like
It's
permits or
illegal,
licenses?
but
Yeah.
do you know why?
Why?
Because most of Korean guys know how to use gun.
Right, from the military, right?
They're all trained.
Everybody's a sniper. Pop, pop, pop.
And 25%, maybe 15% of Korean men can drive tank.
Yeah, wow. That's crazy. They know how that,
I don't, but they do.
Yeah. So, actually, the next question I'll ask you, I don't know if this is going to fall into like or dislike,
Yeah.
but how do you feel about the military service? Is that a like or dislike for you?
Dislike.
Dislike.
There's a history.
Yeah. So, dislike for you, you don't have to go deep into it, but like, if you want, we can talk about other things that you dislike about Korea, because we've talked enough about likes.
Normally, whenever I use internet, I see many pictures of USA. They pay respect to soldiers who died in the battlefield. Out here, no. The governments pretend that they didn't see anything. They don't try to investigate whenever something bad happens. And yeah, it's really bad.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. I was gonna like say stuff like little stuff, obviously, not nothing that deep, but I was gonna say stuff like, I don't like how there's not enough trash cans outside, cause like I've been walking outside so many times where I've had trash in my hand, and like I'll literally be walking for like 5 minutes until I find a trash can, unless I walk into a store and then throw it in there. Which actually has happened. So side story actually. So one of my friends, when we were in Busan together, he had I don't know if it was like a water bottle or whatever it was, just a bottle of something, and he wanted to throw it out, right? So he walked into, I think it was like 7-Eleven or whatever store it was, like in Busan, and then when he walked into the store, he didn't buy anything, and he was gonna throw like his trash out. Then like the lady that was working there was like, no, blah, blah. She didn't really speak English. But she told him, like, no, you can't throw your trash in there. And so he was confused, like, wow, why not, blah, blah, blah. And then she told him, like, no, like, get out of here. I think pretty much she wanted him to buy something instead of just throwing his trash into the store.
Good sales person.
Yeah. So, my friend came out, he's like, oh, yeah, what a B, whatever, and all that stuff. And she told me no, or whatever. So I ended up leaving, and then on our way back, we happened to walk by the same store, and he still happened to have that trash in his hand. And so he's like, screw it, boys, I'm going to go in and throw it. So he goes in, and then he doesn't look at her, and he throws the trash in there. Then on his way out, she comes towards him, and she starts like yelling at him, blah, blah, blah. And she's just speaking Korean. And then he's just kind of like, oh, shrugging and shaking his head. Then he just like walks out. And I'm just like looking through the window, watching this whole thing. I'm like, oh my god, this is so stupid.
I think she's stupid.
Yeah.
What if he just throw the trash can in front of the store?
Yeah. She
has to clean it.
Yeah. I think it was obviously like she's...
Your friend was just being nice.
Yeah. No
problem.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little extra. But yeah, that's one thing I noticed in Canada. Like when I go out and I have garbage, literally, I can maybe walk a few minutes and then there's just trash cans everywhere. And like in Korea, like when I came here, it's like totally different.
Do you have, in your country, have stray dogs in the streets?
Stray dogs, very rarely. Very, very rarely.
Turkish people sometimes ask me like, why there are no dogs or cats on the street? I was like, wouldn't it be weird if dogs and cats are on the streets? Everywhere in Turkey.
Really? Yeah. I thought they were gonna say something like, "Oh, because you ate them." Do you get it?
Yeah. So they say Korea. We sent a lot of guys to Saudi Arabia or UAE during the 70s to build some hotel construction sites. There are many stray dogs in the Middle East, and Korean ajashis, what I heard was that they all ate them.
Oh, wow. Wow. The cats too?
I don't know. Whoever makes the rumor that cats are actually good for guys' energy. I don't know.
I've never heard of that rumor before.
I don't want to try it.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. But another thing I was gonna say is like, I mean, this one can be a like or dislike depending on how you look at it. But the education system, so I look at it, I don't even know if I should call it a dislike because I get where they're coming from, but pretty much, you know, Koreans go to school a lot. From, you know, is it starting in middle school, I guess? Middle school and high school is when like they do a lot of hagwon, or even in elementary school.
Up to your parents?
Up to the parents, okay. So after school's done, they'll have like a little bit of a break, and then there's like an after school program. And so I'm not gonna like talk too deeply about this. I'm like an English teacher, and so I have my own students, and I do see them like walking outside around like 10 p.m. or so, leaving hagwon, going home or whatever and stuff. And some of them actually still go to the library and whatnot. So I do know that my students work hard and they're busy after school, and I'll be outside having a drink with my friends, talking, and I see them still in uniform, you know, with their backpacks going somewhere.
I used to call my backpack parachutes.
Parachutes?
So
Why?
thick, big, heavy.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, tell me about your school experience, how it was when you were...
Like I went to one of the greatest school in town.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least 10 people,
Mm-hmm.
10 students
Mm-hmm.
from my school
Mm-hmm.
could go to Seoul University, which is the best university in Korea, they say.
Mm.
And then my usual day starts leaving my house in 7:30 in the morning and have to be at school
Mm-hmm.
by 7:50,
Mm-hmm.
and class starts at 8,
Mm-hmm.
and then 12:30 lunch, 30 minutes eating, 30 minutes just sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
and then class starts, and after like around 3 or 4 I clean the classroom. We have to clean the classroom.
That's right, I know.
I got super shocked, like in Canada there is a cleaning people.
A janitor.
Yeah, janitor.
Yeah.
We didn't have it.
Yeah.
And then
My students clean like my office too.
high school provides you dinner.
Here in Korea?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Which means you have to be at school.
Mm.
And then from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. it's a self-studying time.
Mm.
No teacher, just we study.
Mm.
And then sun's down, everywhere is dark. Even before I leave, I pass the front gates.
Mm-hmm.
There are many minivans, like at least 30 of them.
Mm.
Then we get in there, we go to hagwon, like math, English.
At 10 p.m.?
Yes.
What?
And stay there 1 hour or 2, and then we go to library. It's a library, but like you have to pay, and there is no teacher, just stands, desk.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Mm-hmm. How much is it? How much do you pay for an hour or something?
No, $100 for a month.
Oh, $100 a month.
Yes.
Wow, for that little space.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So overall, I think I should spend at least $500 a month just to be a better student.
Mm. Wow. And how much do you know? Because hagwons you have to pay. Parents pay for hagwons, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much do they pay per month for you to go to school? You know?
I'm ajushi now, so back in that time, I think I used to pay something like $200 for each subject.
Wow. Mm.
These days, elementary school students, they pay $250 for math and English altogether.
Mm.
So yeah.
Wow. That's crazy that you went through that for so many years, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I told you between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. self-studying time.
Mm.
We had this small machine before smartphone comes out. PMP, like personal media player.
Mm-hmm.
We would watch the online lecture from like famous teachers from Seoul.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, in Canada, people just put in their 7 or 8 hours of school a day. Not even 8, I would say 6 or 7 hours of school a day. And then after that, you can go get a part-time job. You can do some after-school
Students?
activities. High school students, yeah.
Oh.
High school students, when they're like 15, 16, 17, they can start applying for jobs. Usually around 16 years old is when they can start going and working at restaurants, at clothing stores and stuff like that.
Oh.
At 16 years old. Yeah.
So, which one do you think is better?
It sounds like, okay, I don't know, I could be reaching with this one. So, like, I don't know if that, like, if all that stress that they're putting in the education system, because I know that Korea has, like, the highest suicide rates, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, I feel like that has something to do with it. I'm not saying that's the main reason why, like, a lot of students are doing this, because, like, the youth, a lot of them, not a lot of them, but, like, a high rate of them are doing this, right? So, all that stress. But then at the same time, if you look at it, though, like, economically speaking, over the last, like, 20 years or so, I mean, not 20 years, over the last 30 years, South Korea has, like, boomed economically. So is that because of, like, the amount of, you know, school that the students are going through, and, like, the next generation is just so smart and they're doing so well, and, like, they're doing so well compared to the rest of the world? Is that because of the Hagwon and the extra education that they're learning?
Because we had good leader.
Good leaders, yeah.
2-3 leaders. Now. Okay.
Yeah, no, you don't have to get too political.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, no, you don't have to jump into politics. But I'm saying, obviously, if you have very smart students or very smart, because you said, like, you felt like how smart you were when you're done high school compared to a Canadian or an American that's done, because you've learned so much more. You've been in school for, you know, almost twice the amount of time like a regular high school student would have been, right? So you've obviously absorbed more knowledge. You're not like learning the same thing over and over and over and over again, right?
Let me tell you one experience. I was like 22 years old. It was 4 years after for me to graduate high school. And then I was in Turkey, Istanbul, and people around me kept telling me like, "Oh, why did you quit university? You have to try again." So got stressed. I tried to apply for university, but I was so lazy. I didn't study at all. And I took the entrance exam, competing with, like, Istanbul University was for some reason so popular among the students from like Tajikistan, like Central Asia, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and students from there to take the test were one of the best, and they let me in.
Wow.
And even now, I study only little. I remember. Still in my head.
Wow.
Overeducated can be toxic, but at the same time,
it's beneficial.
Yeah, useful.
Yeah. Wow. Anyways, any other things that you dislike about Korean culture or
Korean culture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna tell you guys this, that Korean, they don't know how to shut their mouths when they eat.
My co-teacher does that all the time.
Oh my god! And whenever I point that out, they get really mad at me, saying that, "No, I didn't make any noise."
I'm like, bro, like literally my co-teacher would be eating a choco pie.
Yes.
And I'm like, why?
Please.
Why?
Oh my god! And then they say, "You are weird." I mean, you are weird.
Yeah.
You chewing something when the food is in your mouth looks so. What's the 답답해 in English? Like, looks gross.
Yeah.
They told me.
You chew just like with your mouth closed is gross?
Yes.
Wow. That's hilarious.
So that's why I'm avoiding lunch or dinner with my family.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right with that. It's definitely something I notice, and it's annoying.
That's why I don't like going to restaurants.
Yeah.
I eat alone.
That's why you hear.
There's always exception.
Yeah.
When you eat ramen,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's hot.
Yeah. I mean, if it's hot and you're like, I get that. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I get it.
But for every food, don't do it.
Yeah. For simple foods where it's
Don't
just
be one
like,
of them.
yeah, come on, bro. You don't have to do that. And my mother will always hear when I did that. She's like, stop sleeping, stop making noise, blah, blah, blah. But yeah.
What other things that I don't like about Korea, but at the same time I like it. That we are very direct to like commenting about your appearance or your character.
Judge me. Go for it.
Okay,
You're
so
Mr. Direct.
I'm a Christian, but I stopped going to church for 6 weeks because there was one girl who just came back from America. She went there for a year to study English, and the first thing she told me, I mean, we're not even friends. She told me that you are weird. I was like, why? Why do you have to say that? You are weird.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of girls.
You're fat.
Yeah, you're weird.
You are ugly.
There's a lot of like girls, even in Canada, that always say stuff like, "You're weird. Oh, you're this," and blah blah. But they say it like really like in a
cute or something like.
It's not, I wouldn't even call it cute. It's more like snobby. Like,
yeah.
I'm better than you. Like, oh my god, you're weird. Or like, wow, like, why are you wearing that? You know, like stuff like that, right? Just being pissy.
So I shaved yesterday, and it's been only like 25 hours since my
beard, yeah,
grows. And if my mom was here, she saw me and she would say, "You look like a homeless.
Yeah.
You look dirty."
Wow. Yeah. Anything else you want to add to dislikes?
Dislikes, so many.
A couple more minutes, maybe. One more.
One more?
Yeah.
Korean people, they smoke a lot, and at the same time they spit on the ground.
Not as bad as Chinese, but yeah, you're right. Not to be racist against Chinese, don't get me wrong, but like I heard in China it's way worse with the spitting compared to Korea. But I have been walking around a lot where I hear people like and then it's spitting, and like smoking. There's a lot of like smokers a lot of men smoke in this country. That's for sure.
I don't have many experience with Chinese. Except when I play Cisco.
Yeah.
They were okay.
Yeah, but you know they're not gonna be playing a video game and be like like spitting while they're playing games, right? So, but hey, maybe I don't know. Again, this is just based off of what.
No. I left because obviously I offend them so much because my profile picture is a male with kiss tattoo.
Oh yeah, the kiss face. Yeah, like the
male with kiss. I'm sorry. Sorry, my Chinese friends.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, but I agree. There's a lot of smokers. I mean, marijuana is not legal here, so like, I don't know if there's like a similarity because like in America and in Europe, in Canada, a lot of people smoke marijuana. But a lot of people don't smoke cigarettes. Smoking marijuana is like, people rather smoke marijuana than smoke cigarettes. But I know in Korea, it's taboo and it's very bad, or it's illegal, I should say. So they don't. So they smoke cigarettes instead. That's what I think. I don't know.
Is there a question?
I could be reaching. It's not a question, but I'm just saying that like there are a lot of men that do smoke in other parts of the world. It's just that they don't smoke cigarettes. They smoke weed. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. We don't want to go too long, but again, thank you once again for your Korean insight. I learn more and more about this country every time I talk to you, so appreciate it.
I don't represent my country, so just take it personally.
No.
It's my personal opinion.
You give an outsider's view,
yeah,
but you're an insider, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're looking from the outside in, which is perfect. It helps people like me and whoever is watching this video, so thank you, Heywan. Anyway, stay dreaming, stay chasing, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. To someone who is watching this video, especially if you're a girl, when you drink with Korean guys, and let's say they got super drunk and trying to touch you, don't worry. Korean guys have no muscle. You can beat them up.
Here we go again.
You can beat them up. You can beat them up. Don't worry.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.